Reality TV is a love it or hate it genre. It's a way to waste a few hours but may require you to turn off your mind to enjoy it. Sitcoms don't always find their footing for a similar reason. They can also seem like mindless dredge, but some manage to become classics. Using nostalgia to turn a sitcom into a reality show often backfires. So keep watching to learn about classic sitcoms with reality TV spin-offs that fans hated. The Real Beverly Hillbillies. The Beverly Hillbillies was one of the most successful sitcoms of the 60s. It had 60 million viewers each week when it debuted in 1962. It also inspired similar shows that could be called spin-offs, including Petticoat Junction and Green Acres. Virginia filmmaker Dub Cornett had an idea to make a reality show spin-off based on the Beverly Hillbillies. The concept of this new show was almost the same as the original. A poor Southern family gets relocated to a Beverly Hills mansion. They'd receive money and the luxuries of Hollywood life, like maids and assistants, over the course of a one-year stay. He even found the perfect family, the Griffeys, near his hometown. It seemed like a recipe for success, but that couldn't have been further from the truth. Fans didn't just hate this sitcom spinoff, they took offense to it. The Center for Rural Strategies in Whitesburg, Kentucky, took notice before the pilot even began filming. D. Davis was president of the organization. He loved the original Beverly Hillbillies because he knew it was comedy. When he saw a poster offering $100,000 for families to become the next Clampetts, he knew the joke had gone too far. He saw the new show as humiliation TV. To him, it was nothing more than a hick hunt that demeaned poor rural Southerners. CBS tried to fix everything. Their spokesman, Chris Ender, said they never intended to perpetuate stereotypes. He said that in the original series, it was typically the hicks that were the heroes, and it would be the same in the new show. That wasn't enough for the Center for Rural Strategies. The organization stated a massive protest. They gained supporters, especially when an executive tried to sell it. He insensitively said, "Imagine the episode where they have to interview maids." They posted 30,000 emails in a few weeks. The issue even went to high court. The Center for Rural Strategies also set up a meeting with Les Moonves, the president of CBS at the time. It was eventually canceled before it could air. It was followed by a documentary called The True Adventures of the Real Beverly Hillbillies. Dub followed the Griffeys family in their motorhome to Hollywood. It was an honest but inoffensive look at them and the lifestyle of the family Congress kept off TV. The Real Gilligan's Island. This reality show spinoff lasted for 2 seasons, airing on TBS from 2004 to 2005. It featured contestants who had to complete challenges based on plot points in the original sitcom. There were promising elements in the beginning. Bowling for Soup covered the famous theme song, with Brett Epstein handling the rest of the music. The location in the Mexican Caribbean was beautiful and felt like a great new Gilligan's Island. The 14 contestants split into 2 teams of 7. Each one had a member that dressed like and resembled their characters. They included Gilligan, the skipper, the millionaire and his Karen of a wife, the movie star, the professor, and ever-lovely Marianne. The first round had each of the same characters from each team going against each other. In the first season, the millionaire and his wife counted as one contestant, with couples going against each other. They split them up in the second season, adding a bit more drama. The show began to almost copy the hit reality show Survivor in its final round. The 7 finalists had to compete to earn immunity before reaching Voodoo Village. They had to put a voodoo doll of one of the contestants into a box to cast their votes for who should go home. Glenn Stearns, who played the millionaire, won the first season, and Charlie Albert, who played the skipper, won the second. Other notable cast members included Nicole Eggert, Rachel Hunter, Erica Eleniak, and Angie Everhart. One of the biggest problems with The Real Gilligan's Island was that it lost the wholesome charm of the original. There were injuries ranging from fingers getting cut off to contestants nearly drowning. The contestants also tended to be rude towards each other in a way that reality TV seems to encourage. The original Gilligan's Island fans were put off by this change in tone. Fans of cutthroat reality TV were a bit more forgiving, but only enough for a 2-season run. In Search of the Partridge Family. This reality spin-off of the hit 70s sitcom The Partridge Family began in 2004. Unlike most of the others in this video, it was a talent competition. After all, the new family had to have the same singing and dancing talent as the original. The show did manage to set itself apart. It had the unique component of letting viewers in on the casting process on another show. This was an idea that could have worked if done correctly. There were 8 official episodes. The audition special aired September 5th, 2004. Then there was the Battle of the Keiths, the Battle of the Lauries, the Battle of the Dannys, and the Battle of the Shirleys, followed by the Battle of the Finalists and the finale. Emma Stone won the role of Lori. It was one of the only moments from this spinoff that's still remembered and watched online today. She admits that at first she thought the show was just another talent competition, but then really wanted to win. The ones who didn't win were VH1. The new Partridge Family, the sitcom that the reality show intended to help cast, only aired one episode. And the entire family didn't even appear. Mr. Partridge didn't show up, but previews showed that Danny Bonaducci, the original Danny, was set to play him. The Real Dirty Dancing. Here's another talent show spinoff and one more recent. It aired February 1st, 2002, 35 years after the original movie became a hit. The 8 celebrity contestants included Brie Bella, Corbin Bleu, Tyler Cameron, Kat Cora, Howie Duro, Antonio Gates, Angela Johnson Reyes, and Lonnie Love. They went to Mountain Lake Lodge in Virginia, where Dirty Dancing was filmed. Stephen Twitch Boss of The Ellen Show hosted. They reenacted scenes with footage of Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze behind them. Almost all of their dances were matched with original shots, and it seemed like the entire point of the show was to elevate the original movie to godlike status. The cast played along, with Brie Bella saying she found herself in an interview. Kat and Corbin ended up winning the competition. They were labeled the Best Baby and the Best Johnny. They broke down when they heard the announcement. They said how proud they were to have nailed the film's iconic lift scene, but were relieved the training for it was over. The runner-ups were Angela and Tyler. They nailed the lift during rehearsals, and Corbin and Kat were proud of them. The schmaltz of it all didn't help attract viewers. Original fans didn't feel the contestants met to the dancing skills of Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey either. Scheduling also made sure that The Real Dirty Dancing failed to make a major impression. It aired on Fox, but most viewers tuned to NBC instead because they had the Winter Olympics. The Real Love Boat. Recently, Eureka Productions got an idea to reboot The Love Boat. After all, it had over 50 million viewers each week. The new showrunners came up with an American and Australian version. And they're slightly different, but have the same basic goal: help real singles find love on a ship. Married couple Rebecca Romaine and Jerry O'Connell will host the American version. They'll also sing the iconic theme song. And original cast members Cynthia Lauren Tweet, Bernie Coppell, Fred Grandy, and Ted Lang will all serve as matchmakers like in the original show. The show is set on a specially made Love Boat Princess cruise ship called Arrigo. Captain Paulo Arrigo will lead it. He's been with the cruise line since 1996. The ship will leave from the port of Los Angeles. It'll travel for 7 days around the Mexican Riviera. A set of 12 singles will engage in destination dates, challenges, and more to test their compatibility. And new ones will keep coming on as the ship reaches new ports. Only one couple will win a cash prize and a free trip in the end. The show began airing October 5th on CBS. It's also available for streaming on Paramount+. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you ever see any of these spin-offs? Do you think you'll watch the new Real Love Boat? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.